Yo, what's going on, boys? Not going to waste too much time today. So, what we're going to be getting into is our International Fight Week card builder. So, the next card that's numbered that does not have any fights booked for it yet, I believe, right? No fights booked?
Nope.
No
Yep.
fights booked for International Fight Week. We're going to be building the card. Starting us off, we got Chonko making his debut. Brandon, take it away.
We got Chonko versus Matt Frivola here. No, Frivola, there's a good chance if you see like one of those entertaining lightweights, like when they're about to fight and they like show off their highlights, there's a good chance you see Frivola on there. He gets flash knocked out. He got flash knocked out versus McKinney. I think he had his fastest knockout against him. I think he got flash knocked out against Ribovics.
Basically, we're
I
trying to
think this
give
Chonko can.
We're trying to give Chonko a can. We're trying to get him a highlight reel. We're trying to build his name. This is a prelim, by the way. We're not doing this for the main card. We're going to do a couple of prelims, and then we're going to get into the main card later in the video. Look right here, bro.
But
We want
But-
Chonko to get a name. Like, what are we saying, bro? Chonko needs a name. Fucking John Pork, bro. We need him.
I also
Need him
don't
in the
think
lightweight division.
I don't think the UFC likes Frivola. They would be extremely happy if Chonko slimes him out here, which I think he would. But we're not talking about that right now. Moving on.
Boom! Oh, wait, hold up. My bad. We got Terrence McKinney up next. Take it away.
We got Terrence McKinney versus Lance Gibson Jr. Nah, they both fought at Seattle. They both had first round finishes. Nothing new with Terrence McKinney. But I believe I know Terrence McKinney said he wants to return at International Fight Week. Yeah, everyone would love this on the prelims, It was a great prelim fight. Entertaining. And I believe he said he wants to get Lance Gibson. He wants that fight. I don't know if him and
Yeah, I
Chase
just
Hooper are
realized that
close or
Terrence
something.
McKinney has a Goku tattoo. I never noticed that before. I'm gonna be honest. That's what I was thinking about the whole time. But yeah, this is a good fight, nonetheless. I do think Terrence McKinney would slime him the fuck out, though.
I think this is a great fight for International Fight Week. Something that gets the fans engaged early, real fans, not even like you don't even have to be like a big fan, but like you tuning in for a quick Terrence McKinney fight. I feel like this would be a great addition to the prelims on International Fight Week.
Yeah, and Terrence McKinney is building a name for himself. You know what I mean? Like, he's building a name for himself as a quick finisher, and that's something people like. So, anyway, moving right along, we got fucking Rakic and Dustin Jacoby. I'm going to be honest, I think Dustin Jacoby has a good chance to beat Rakic.
I would take Dustin Jacoby by KO here. I think they're gonna give him a fight up the rankings. They like that he was I believe he was a kickboxer back in the day. He's older. He just got a nice knockout. They're gonna give him up the rankings. There's no way they shoot him down to a prospect. And Rakic, 4 fight losing streak. Was it 4 knockouts in a row?
Yeah, that's why I think Dustin Jacoby would knock him out.
I fully agree with that. But all these fights that we made so far, these are all like high possibility KOs, which is exactly what the UFC needs in a numbered card.
Exactly. Especially on International Fight Week. It's one of like the premier number cards of the year. They're gonna want excitement. They want this stuff. Dustin Jacoby's got big power. Rakic has a glass chin. He needs to go up to heavyweight badly. I'm not gonna lie. He needs to be beating up on blobs. I don't know why he doesn't highlight real fucking blobs at heavyweight. He would be a top like 6 guy in that division. But I mean, he's never said he's moving up to heavyweight. So I think he should just keep fighting down. Dustin Jacoby get slimed out again. But yeah,
Totally agree.
this is our featured prelim, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. So moving us right along to the main card. Take it away.
Rafael Fiziev versus Manuel Torres. I don't know what Torres' injury is. I searched it up. It said undisclosed. I'm just assuming that he might be good around this fight time. And I feel Fiziev, he's still young, but he's not this guy that the UFC's trying to shoot up the rankings anymore. I feel he's lost too many opportunities, and they're still going to give Manuel Torres someone in the rankings, considering he was just about to slime out Dariush. But I feel this is another KO. This fight's ending in a finish.
Yeah, and I think Fiziv's a lot better of a test than Dariush is. It's a different
For sure.
it's a different kind of matchup. But obviously, dude, come on. We don't want to see Dariush just get slimed out in a fucking no-brainer matchup with Manuel Torres. We'd rather see Rafael Fiziev, somebody who actually knows how to strike, but is, a little bit chinny. Like he got knocked out by fucking Roofy. We'd rather see that because then we might actually see Manuel Torres go through some adversity to get a knockout over Fiziev.
Yeah,
Whereas Beneil
Torres does
Dariush,
have insane power.
yeah, yeah. But where Beneil Dariush, he's just a chinny like old man. He's obviously gonna get knocked out by Manuel Torres, but Rafael Fiziev, maybe he makes a miracle happen. I don't know. Beneil Dariush, no, it's not gonna happen. Like get him out of here. I'm sorry, unfortunately for him. But
Yeah, but pure
again,
violence.
this is another fight that's like a high possibility of a knockout, which is obviously what you're going to want on International Fight Week. You want a bunch of knockouts. Then we're going to start to get into some bigger names here. Bobby fucking Knuckles. So, originally, we wanted him to fight... Brandon wanted him to fight Khalil Roundtree. I'm like, dude, Khalil Roundtree is ranked number 4 in the light heavyweight division. Robert Whittaker is number 13 or 12 or something in middleweight. Like, that's not a matchup that's going to get made, especially when bloody Bobby Knuckles isn't coming off a win. I'd say just have him fight Ozdemir. Ozdemir, he doesn't have a crazy name, but he's not like an absolute bum, a can of nobody. Like, he's fought for the belt before. I would say just do this because they're kind of similar rankings. It's just, Whittaker's looking to move up. And then this is a fight that he can win, but he could also lose. He could get knocked out.
I just want to add to I know we leave this out. Like another part was UFC is Paulo Costa fighting Asmat Murnakanov.
That's a
What's he,
weird matchup
5?
too. Like I get it. I
And
get your point
I
that you're
think
trying
I
to
think
make.
Whitaker could beat Costa
So
at
do I.
middleweight.
And I get the
I
point you're
think
trying to
probably
make.
pick Whitaker.
I get the point you're trying to make, but here's the fucking thing, you guys. This is what they should do, not what they will do. Like, could I see them making Whittaker versus Khalil Roundtree? Yeah, I could see it. I could see I could see the post going up on IG right now, but that matchup just doesn't make any sense. Maybe if Whittaker wins this, then have him fight Khalil, but like that just makes zero sense.
Yeah.
Like Paulo Costa
All right.
versus Mirzakhanov makes zero sense. But another matchup that they probably won't do that does make a lot of sense. This is the most like we did fixing every division a while ago. This matchup was in that video. Make this fight or miss out on it forever. Make this fight or never make money off of Dan Hooker again. Like with the Dan Hooker files and with him going all the way down the rankings, losing to everybody and their mama. He's not like nobody cares to see him fight anymore. Like nobody even who's he gonna fight? Like who's he gonna fight that people are gonna care about besides Badila fucking Badilad? They're talking shit to each other. They hate each other. They're both coming off of losses. They're right next to each other in the rankings. This is a good bounce back win for Patty. And then
This is also ending in a finish. I do not see why Patty doesn't either TKO him or submit him.
Nah, if it's 3 rounds, I could see Dan Hooker surviving 100%. But This is a bounce back win for Patty. They would have beef at the press conference. This is like the most no-brainer matchup of all time. Like, I don't know what they're fucking doing if they're not making matchups like this. And especially on International Fight Week. Tell me why they can't do this. Why not? What is preventing them from doing this? Patty being too fat? Sorry, get off your fat ass, cut some weight. Fight Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Patty said he's fine at Fight Week.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's stopping them from doing this? Oh, you're asking for too much, man. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not asking for that much. This is a very reasonable.
We're just asking for a good Fight Week card.
Yeah. Paddy Pimblett does not have to be in co-main events and main events exclusively. He can be on a feature fight. You got anything to add to this? Because I'm about to go to the next one.
Nope.
This is another one where you guys are going to say, I'm asking for too much. Why can't they do this as a co-main event? Why not? They've both fought as co-main events in title fights before. Why not now? Why not? They're just too big? Yeah, don't fucking think so, bud. Merab was in 2 co-main events in a title fight last year. Do the trilogy as a co-main event on International Fight Week. This is a fucking banger to add to the card. This is a fucking banger co-main event. Paramount is getting so much shit right now because everybody thinks that, like, they're ruining the sport or whatever. Dude, this card with this co-main event would redeem them to holy hell. Like, everybody would be like, okay, no, Paramount's saving the sport. Never mind. Because this is another banger, bro. This is a banger last time. It was a fight of the year contender last time. Bro, why can't they do this as a co-main event? And I know they're going to save this for a main event, but it would be so fucking good to have it as a co-main.
Yeah, I mean, originally, when I was building this card, I originally just put Patty Hooker as the co-main because I was trying to keep it. I was trying to keep it with what I think the UFC will do. But this is a completely reasonable co-main. I mean, they had Pantoja co-main last year.
Exactly.
Under Ilya.
They have Pantoja co-main like every time he fights.
I mean, 301 was a shitter, but
that was, bro. They have Pantoja co-main all the time. Merab co-mained a million times. Why not? Why can they not do this? This is a banger fight to add to the card, dude. Imagine this gets announced and it's a co-main event, and then the main event is what we're about to talk about next. Like, dude, you're creaming your pants at that, bro. You're flying across the country to buy a fucking seat to this shit.
But anyway, for a main event.
For the main event, imagine you're sitting at home. Dana White's like, what's the question? Oh, yeah, we got some fights to announce. In the co-main event for UFC International Fight Week, we got Piotr Yan versus Murad 3. In the main event, Islam Makhachev will be defending his welterweight belt against number 1 contender, Ian Machado Gary. Why not, bro? Like, tell me this is too much to ask, because it's fucking not, dude. Imagine this gets announced. Bro, your pants are already gone. Like, your underwear, you gotta throw them in the washing machine. Because this would be fucking, like, imagine this fucking 3-fight lineup, dude. I would have goosebumps the entire time. Islam and Merab were main and co-main before. I know that was because of Umar, but you get the picture that I'm trying to say here. You got fucking,
and that's why we got Chanko on the card.
Yeah, that is why we have Chanko here as well. But you got fucking Islam up there. He's boys with Piotr Yan as well because they're both Russians. This is like, the obvious matchup. If they don't make this, they're like, they're stupid in the head. But this is like the McGregor versus Khabib 2 type of matchup. Protege versus protege, both from the same area as the OG guy. And I think it just makes total sense to have, this is the co-main and then this is the main. This would be a banger card.
It would be.
This is a great fight. If they give it to Usman, that's an absolute disgrace. If they give it to Michael Morales, that's comparable. I wouldn't be mad at that. They're not going to give it to Ilya because he's fighting Gaethje, but this is the matchup to make. Got nothing left to say. Do you got anything left to say?
Nope.
All right. Thank y'all boys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.